Hi!
Huh?
I'm here to show you the bookshelf tour.
Come on! Hey guys, welcome back to Live Review. I have been doing very nice and I'm sending a lot of hugs and positivity to all of you. Today's video is the ultimate bookshelf tour of 2022. I did the bookshelf tour the last time in 2020. In 2020, there was a major shift. I got a new bookshelf and all of those things, which is why I had things to show to you guys. Again, after 2020, I did not have a lot to show you, which is why I did not make another bookshelf tour. But this year, I shifted to a new house, almost got my dream shelves, my dream setup for my books where I can show them off properly. Whoa. No! I dropped coffee on my t-shirt. I spilled a few drops of coffee and all of the excitement. Please excuse that because I don't want to change. I really like these clothes. But yes, in 2022, I got the dream setup for my books. And I also got a lot of new books. And after a lot of requests from you guys too, I am here with the bookshelf tour of 2022. Let's begin the video. We are going to start with this shelf here. I built this shelf from scratch and I'm very proud of it. It was the first time I built something from scratch and I was very proud of it. On the top we have the first book. The book is The Shit They Never Taught You, and I have to remember that this is not a reviewing video, so I'm not gonna tell you what the book is about. The next book is Attitude is Everything. Where Will Man Take Us? Badass Habits by Jen Sincero, one of my most favorite books ever. And The First 90 Days, which is actually not my book, it's his book. It's Himalaya's book. Himalaya is shooting the video, by the way. But I have it in my shelf because he doesn't keep the books properly. In the next shelf, we have The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. We Should All Be Feminists. The Old Man and the Sea. Who Will Cry When You Die by Robin Sharma. Man's Search for Meaning. So basically all kind of the small short books. Good Vibes, Good Life, and Ikigai by Hector Garcia. This is a collection of 3 books in the 100 conversations that you need to have, and it has the Chinese philosophy, daily philosophy, and Stoic philosophy. I love these. The next shelf we are not going to show actually because I'm pretty sure you actually saw it a lot, but this is meant for the next shelf in the shelf series, which I'm going to come up in January. Next up we have this cute little keychain that I got as a gift. Most of the things in my shelf are like gifts, and we have books by Om Swami, The Book of Kindness by Om Swami, Mindful to Mindful by Om Swami, The Heart of Success by Om Swami, The Wellness Sense by Om Swami, and 2 books by Arundhati Roy, The God of Small Things and The Ministry of Utmost Happiness. And last but not the least, we have the Colleen Hoover shelf. If you saw the series, where I have Verity, November 9, Reminders of Him, Without Merit, Hopeless, Ugly Love, It Starts With Us and It Ends With Us. Moving on to our next shelf. This first of all is our stand, the stand on which I keep the camera usually, which we don't need it today, but I just hang it over here. First of all, we have this shelf where I have books by no particular order actually. First we have this series which I have been crazy about recently. It is The Wrath and the Dawn and The Rose and the Dagger, which is a series, so I've kept it together. We have Peace Has Come, The Parrots of Desire, The Body Myth, and That Will Never Work. On the next side we have Black Leopard, Red Wolf. This is 2 books in one. Julian Fellowes, Past, Imperfect and Snob, and these are the 3 books by Khalid Hosseini, all of them kept together in a separate shelf. A Thousand Splendid Suns, The Kite Runner and The Mountains Echoed. In this shelf we have all dark but really crime thrilly, those kind of books. And we first have How to Kill Your Family, Woman of God, James Patterson, William Boyd's Vratza Ville Beach, The Snowman, and Vicious Circle by Wilbur Smith, A Black Fox Running, Angels and Demons by Dan Brown, Ruined by Paula Morris. This is one of my most favorite books ever because even though I was not a fiction reader, I bought this book simply because of the cover. Sniper's Eye by Manikdar, Cold Truth by Nikhil Pradhan. Then we have The Silent Patient by Alex, a name that I just don't have the energy to pronounce right now. Heads You Win by Jeffrey Archer, The Fifth to Die, The Woman in the Window.
We watched the movie now.
Yes, we did. Did you like the movie? We Were Liars, Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, Dark Places by Gillian Flynn, The House That Spoke by Zuni Chopra and The Murder on the Orient Express. The last two books are Origin by Dan Brown and The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. I can't go that high up. I'm gonna stand on a chair. There will be a day where I'm doing the bookshelf tour and I'll have a whole room filled with books, and I also have that moving ladder. I'll climb on that and shoot the bookshelf tour. In this shelf we have all the classics plus a few books here and there, like a little mix. When I set up the entire bookshelf, I was able to have different shelves for everything. However, over time I had to do a little bit of mix and match so that all my books could fit in the shelf. I have to get new shelves also. We have The Great Gatsby by Fitzgerald and The Black Book of Soul. Over here we have all of the books by Yuval Noah Harari, Sapiens, Homo Deus and 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. Then we have The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. I always took the wrong name, oh my god. So yeah, The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. Then we have The Catcher in the Rye, Animal Farm, Frankenstein. Oh my god, there is this new book which is called Frankenstein. What was it? Cleopatra and Frankenstein, and I am pretty sure I am not going to read it, like even if I get it, but I have my eyes on it. Also, I actually want to get the hardback of it just because of how beautiful the cover is, but I'm not going to get it, but like still, like I'm going crazy about it. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, Siddhartha, Little Women, 1984. Oh my god, that's a lot of dust. How beautiful is this cover? Great Expectations by Charles Dickens, and one of my most favorite ever, The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. Okay, now we have the big shelf. This is one of my most favorite shelves ever. Yes, the plans have been bending a little, but I think I have this since what, 4 years or 3 years now. Also, I put a lot of books on this. Every single time I'm going like excessive with books where I don't have the space for it anywhere else. I just try to stack it up in this shelf, because of which if it is bent, I don't mind it. But I also really love this color and I just love how it looks, and I feel like even though maybe I will choose better wood when I have my shelves made, I am going to make it in this design. Also, this is the first shelf I ever bought with my own money, and at that time I had put a lot of stories on Instagram and you guys had helped me to choose which shelf to buy. So if you are from that era where I was buying this shelf and you were there when I was setting up this shelf, comment down below. I want to say hi to you. First of all, we're going to do these 3 shelves. Over here we have kind of like the YA or books from like a children's perspective, or like the new age book. There we have the mythology section. I don't have a lot of mythology books. These are all non-fiction books. These are all related to mental health, little bit of finance. These are all autobiographies. I will get deep into all of them, don't worry. And these are all spiritual books. This again is non-fiction books. Wow, I have 2 continuous shelves on non-fiction books. Oh yeah, the top one is fiction. Self-help section, health section, and we have Murakami just in the corner sitting. Now that I think of it, actually I want to put him in a separate shelf. Let's begin with all the books. Oh, and this, by the way, is the perfume that I use. I actually cleaned the shelf before we started shooting, but I decided to just keep this because like I should leave some sort of reality in here. My skincare or the products that I use on a regular basis on my shelf itself, because my mirror is there. So I stand over there and I do all of my stuff. So, and I don't have any other table or anything. So I just keep it here. First, let's talk about all the things that are there on the shelf. I have these bob heads. This is Naruto. And these 3 are from an anime called One Piece, which I'm watching currently. But these are not mine. Again, it's my brother's, but he doesn't have any other place to keep them, and I love them myself, so I put them on my shelf. This yet again was a gift by Priyanka. She made it herself. She made it by her own hands. It was supposed to be a gift for me on my birthday. It's a woman with all books in her head and liberal review written. I think this is literally like the closest thing to my heart, because I cannot imagine how much time it would have taken her to make this. She also made me this coffee coaster, which I love. And in my head, I hope I'm right, it's a crown, and everyone knows I treat myself like a queen, so this is great. We have this little Ganesh tree that Himalaya only got for me recently from Bangalore. I have 2 Ganeshji in this room, and I have 1 more already. We have Forest of Enchantments by Chitra Banerjee Devakaruni and Palace of Illusions by Chitra Banerjee Devakaruni. She's also come out with new books recently. I want to get it, but I don't know why I'm not getting it, because it's just not in my priority list, but I really want to get it. The Liberation of Sita by Volga, Asura by Anand Neelakantan. We have the Ramchandra series. I am going to get the 4th book for myself. I do want to vlog reading these books also, but I'm not going to do that till the 5th book does not come out. I actually thought that this is going to be the last book, the 4th one, and I was very excited about it, but then I came to know there's a 5th book also. And these are all books by Kavita Kane. The Fisher Queen's Dynasty, Ahalya's Awakening, Karna's Wife, Sita's Sister, Menaka's Choice, and Lanka's Princess. And she's also come out with another book about Saraswati. I want to get that also. I think that this bookshelf tour is just making me realize like all the books that I have to get. This is not good for me. Next up we have How It Feels to Float, which I must admit I simply got because of the cover. It's just too gorgeous. Look at me judging books by the cover. And one of my favorite books ever, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Then we have The Boy in Striped Pajamas, Tragedy in a... You watched this movie also, right?
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
It's traumatic.
It is The Love Hypothesis. Me Before You. Okay, these are all love stories. The Spanish Love Deception. Book lovers, Sophie's World. Oh, do you know anything about this one?
You challenged me to read it.
Oh yeah, and you did not take it up, right?
I did take it up.
You're not reading it?
I'm not reading it right away.
Let's just put this on video. If you're able to read this full book and not like die or something, like full of trauma, then I will gift you something that you want. But if you're not able to do it, you have to gift me like 10 books or something. A Little Life. Oh my god, I don't want to talk. I actually don't even want to look at this book because it just brings back everything. But I still have it in my shelf because I spent money on it, and somewhere in my heart I do like it, okay? I Hate My Voice. You've read this book?
Oh my god.
Yes. Hey, I have this book and I forgot I have it.
What?
Questions I want to ask you. It's just among all of these books that I've already read, so it was not in my mind. Playlist for the Dead. They both die at the end. Oh my god, this book. And Radio Silence. Extremely loud and incredibly close. Normal People by Sally Rooney. The Book Thief. The Giver by Lois Lowry. Then in the end we have all the hardcovers. The Lines We Cross. If I say it again, my mom will kill me. I say it in every video. My mom threw the jacket of this book. It's All Your Fault by Paul Rudnick. Emergency Contact. This book is really pretty and that's the reason I love it. The story was like okay. I am going to get so many comments from people saying, oh my god, she just judges the books by the cover. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green and Anxious People. Moving on to the next shelf. Life Unknown.
What's
a
that
little bit.
in your hand?
Oh, these are the pictures that were there on my vision board. It's a picture of the camera.
That I'm
and
holding right now.
Yes, and the stand that's there. And the mic which is on top of the camera. Moment of pride. Next up we have The Art of Talking to Yourself. You Are the Placebo by Joe Dispenza. Becoming Supernatural. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza. Evolve Your Prayer by Joe Dispenza. We have too many books by Joe Dispenza. I Have Never Been Unhappier by Shaheen Bhatt. The Myth of Sisyphus by Albert Camus. All this dust is really going in my nose. You're Too Good to Feel This Bad by Nate Dallas. Beyond Good and Evil. Letting Go, one of my most favorite books ever by David Hawkins. Like, can I just stop explaining the books? How much brain do we really need? The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. The Mountain Is You. Death Is Not the Answer. Thinking Fast and Slow. The Quick and Easy Way to Effective Speaking by Dale Carnegie. The Art of Public Speaking by Dale Carnegie. How to Develop Self-Confidence and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Next up we have some of the finance books. How to Be Rich by Devdutt Pattanayak. Retire Rich. The Most Important Thing. Uncommon Sense for the Thoughtful Investor. And Psychology of Money, my most favorite book ever. Rich Dad Poor Dad and Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Oh, it has a bookmark. Ooh, it's me being all... The Shoebox Effect. Lionel Messi and the Art of Living. Argentina 1. I Am Tamanna. The Autobiography of Benjamin Franklin. No one worked hard on the title of this. Alibaba. This is not an autobiography. It's biographies and autobiography. Elon Musk. I don't know why I have it. I'm never in this lifetime going to read this. This is not your book.
It's mine.
Oh. That's what I'm like, why do I have it? Unbecoming by Michelle Obama. Next up we have spiritual books. Death by Sadhguru. Belief and Beyond. Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Take Magic, Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. The Musk Syndrome. The Autobiography of a Yogi. Hey, I should start reading this in Jan in the morning. Karma and Reincarnation. It's karma. Look at me saying karma. If Guruji watches this video and watches me saying karma instead of karma, he'll be disappointed in me. The 5 AM Club by Robin Sharma. Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. The Path of Prosperity by James Allen. Life Sucks, Get Used to It by Mohammad Zubair. Get Momentum. 4-Hour Work Week. The Only Negotiation Guide you will ever need. 12 and a Half by Gary Vaynerchuk. How to Write a Book and Make It a Bestseller. How to Finish Everything You Start. Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. The 80-20 Principle. Emotional Intelligence. Up from Slavery. The Stranger by Albert Camus. The Art of War. The Magic of Thinking Big. Think and Grow George by Napoleon Hill, Trapped by Raju Chakrabarti, Factfulness, Who Moved My Cheese, The Decision Book, Albert Einstein, Know About Albert Einstein, A Birthday Girl, Dance Dance Dance, 1Q84. It's the entire trilogy. Norwegian Wood by Murakami. What I talk about when I talk about running by Murakami. After Dark by Murakami. Kafka on the Shore by Murakami. Both of us have read it. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. 10 Rules, Period by Emma Barnett. Hey, I have this. Why We Sleep. Oh yeah, I recently got it. Why We Sleep. You Can Beat Cancer. Happy Guide. Fast This Way. The Sleep Solution. Now we have the top shelf with fiction books, which is kind of like a random mix. So for example, if I have a genre here and I got a new book from the same genre, but I don't have space for it over here clearly, I put it in this top shelf. We have the Heartstopper series, Tuesdays with Molly, Small Acts of Freedom, One Part Woman, Rapture Rising, Lolita. Everyone knows my story with Lolita. And Sue Towson's The Secret Diary of Growing Pains of Adrian Mole, age 13, 1/4. Kumpa Lahiri's Unaccustomed Earth, the most gorgeous book in my shelf. I think it was there last time also. Dante's Inferno. I got it after watching Lucifer on Netflix. Falling Into Place, A Life of Adventure and Desire. Oh, Delight. The Fisherman by Chigozie Obioma. The Sense of an Ending by Julian Barnes. Carry On, A Man Called Avi by Frederick Backman. 40 Rules of Love by Alicia Farr.
Who liked to read?
Yes. She liked my review of her book on Instagram. I put these 1-minute reviews on Instagram on my Shorts channel. Follow and subscribe if you haven't. And on Instagram, she actually liked my review. The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, Almond, The Shape of Water, Jaya by Devdutt Pattanayak, Shyam by Devdutt Pattanayak, The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, A Horse Walks Into a Bar, Fault in Our Stars by John Green, The Hate You Give, The Inexplicable Logic of My Life, Aristotle and Dante's second part and Aristotle and Dante first part, With Love by TTT, Chotu by Varav Gupta, So Lucky by Donna Porter. This is so beautiful. The Confession. There is this other book that is famous by the same author which I want to read, Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. And we're done with the top shelf. That's really bad. Come on. I want something to go. This is nice. No! You guys are not gonna know what these two books are. You will know if you follow me on Instagram, but we're gonna keep that for the next year bookshelf tour. There are so many books on my shelf that I've already read. Most of the books that I showed you, I've already read them. And when I go to my shelf to choose a book that I want to read, I don't have many options. I want to like have an abundance of options, which I used to have before. I cannot believe, as a book lover, I do not think that it will ever come for me, but I'm at a point where I don't have a lot of books that I've not read on the shelf. Except for a couple of the books which I'm like, wait, I have this in my shelf, why haven't I read it? This is a radio that my dad gifted me. I cannot wait to like kind of like shift into my own house and design it, as in like, you know, in my interior design where I have more vintage stuff and shit. But it's really, really close to my heart because my Nanaji gifted this sort of a radio to my mom when she was a child, and on the basis of that, my dad gifted me this radio when I was a child. So I just really love it. And this is a cow that my Guruji gave me. It has lost its horn. At that time I was not making money, but he was like, whenever you get money, put some of it in this so that you can give it to some sort of like charity or donate it or basically like be a giver. Granted, I don't use this itself, like I don't put the money in this itself because since 2020 cash has gone to hell. I never have cash, but it's sort of like a reminder to me that I always have to give. Thanks Guruji for that. We have Fluid by Ashish Jaiswal, The Mongoose Hold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma, Go Wash Your Face, You Do You. Yes, I have all the self-love books over here. You Are a Badass, The Art of Disagreeing With. I did not know I have this book. It's amazing. Money and the Law of Attraction, Fuck Like a Goddess by Alexandra Roxo. I love this book. Healthy Logic, The Secret, The Elements of Choice, The Ultimate Gift, Visionary Thinking by Ashish Jaiswal. This pile is a pile of books which I keep coming back to recently. Like I've been studying them, so they're not really finished. I'm also not reading them continuously, so I choose which of the books I want to study on a particular day with my notebook in my pouch, and I pick up the book. The Art of Seduction, All About Love, The Sex Book, The Richest Man in Babylon, The 48 Laws of Power, Two Epic Shit, Influence, Fully Engaged, Using the Practicing Mind in Real Life. Maybe you should talk to someone. Just keep buying. Eat That Frog, A Walk in the Woods, Long Walk to Freedom, Make Your Bed, Same but Different, How to Be a Boss, It Doesn't Have to Be Hard at Work, 4, The Inheritors of the Earth, The Hard Things About Hard Things. The last shelf has some books that I'm going to like donate or give away and stuff. So we're going to move to the next wall. I wish the sun was fully here so you guys could see how it is. I have this amazing look in the room when the sun is like a little more down and see the sunlight on the leaves. The subtle art of not giving a fuck hardcover version. Who says you can't? You do. Everything is fuck. And the paperback version of the subtle art of not giving a fuck. Then we have all the books by Paulo Coelho. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, The Archer by Paulo Coelho, Hippie, The Zahir, 11 Minutes, By the River Pietra, I Sat Down and Wept, and Manual of the Warrior of Light by Paulo Coelho. This shelf where I have all my white books. 101 Essays to Change the Way You Think, The Courage to be Disliked, TED Talk, As You Think by James Allen, The Compound Effect, Good Girl's Guide to Being a Atma Anushasan Ki Shakti Bahane Banana Chhod Do by Brian Tracy, Catalyst, The Psychology of Habit, The Discomfort Zone, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying, Intuition by Osho, The Storyteller's Secret, My Life I Decide, Altruism, When Breath Becomes Air, The Almanac of Ravikant, and The 8 Traits Successful People Have in Common, Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Shaolin, The Story of My Life by Helen Keller, The Forerunner, The Wanderer, and Tears and Laughter by Khalil Gibran, The Sorrows of Satan, which again I got after watching Lucifer. This is the Harry Potter series, which I'm not going to show you each book because you know all the books. Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, which is, it's a duology. The collector's edition. Just look at the pages, the spine. I do have the reading vlog of this coming up where I talk about, like, I show the book with more depth. But oh my god, I got it just for 1200 rupees. Like, that's it. And if you go and buy the box set of the collector's edition, it's for like 2500 rupees. But if you buy it individually, it's 1200 rupees. Makes no sense. I always sleep with all of these things, but sometimes when I need my bed clean or whatever it is, I keep it down here on this table that I got from Amazon. So it has like my camera bag, my file, the books I'm currently reading, my journals, all of it. Fast, Cheap and Viral, A Gentleman in Moscow. These are all my journals, but in the middle here we have You Are a Badass at Making Money. The jacket was kept over there. I kind of read this book at the end of every year since I got it, just to kind of like refresh my mind and get a better perspective towards things in the new year. Then we have The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri. Oh my god. Heart Asks Pleasure First. Again, one of my most favorite books ever. The Library of Lost Things. I do have a book bag where I have a lot of my books, but those are books that I want to donate or like give away and stuff, so it's not included in my bookshelf. But yeah, I guess that is it. Alright you guys, this is it for today. This is the second last video that you're getting from me, or I think the last video of 2022. All I want to say is that I had a brilliant year and I am so happy and grateful for the support that I got from you guys. I am so grateful to be able to buy all of these books, read them, give time to them and call it my job, and at the same time like kind of like fulfill my purpose of serving you guys. It is all happening at once. None of this would be possible if you guys weren't here. So thank you so much. Please keep supporting me like this. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye. I can't believe I spilled coffee. I'm gonna finish the coffee and like set it aside because I don't want to drop it on my books or something. The lighting is okay. What is this called? It's not Ami. It's Ami. Kahan tak kiya tha? Radio silence.
What was?
I don't know. Wait, your silence said it all.
You said you be natural, so I'm being natural. I also farted a few times.
Oh, we're done with 2 shells. Yay! You can do it, it's fine. I believe in you. Let's get done, let's get done. Ho gaya. Switch it off.